The chat totally off.
Hey, Sadat, I got your question right by me, by the way. Rex, awesome, and Tom. Tom, I might have had an email from you today, but it didn't have a subject. And I probably, knowing myself really well, I probably deleted that. Um, Basically, guys, we're going to do this essentially in 4 steps, okay? This is our first Q&A webinar. I think it's going to be really, really cool. You're going to learn a ton of stuff. I've got some questions that people emailed in from the very beginning. They emailed in before the webinar. So I'm going to start going over that stuff. This is an open-ended thing. Feel free to put stuff in the chat, talk, et cetera, et cetera. More explanation, less explanation. It's all good. We're here to help you. Then AJ is going to start talking about a really, really killer way to get some new kind of business for you guys. And it's going to have to do with Facebook, because we're about to come out with some really awesome Facebook-based or software aimed at selling Facebook social media services to offline businesses. We're going to show you that software. You are lifetime members, so within a few days, this software is going to be available for you. We're just making a couple of little tweaks to it as we speak. And then why don't we end up the whole call with like a totally open-ended Q&A, okay? Because some people, like Tom, if you sent me an email and I deleted it because it didn't have a subject line, I apologize. But if you had a burning question, just, fire away. Does that sound like a good plan, folks? Somebody say yes or no, but I'd prefer yes. Sounds good. Thank you, BJ. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get rolling. And I am recording this, and this is going to be, we had one recording that didn't work out. We're getting better at recording stuff. Hey, Kathy, we're getting better at recording stuff with GoToWebinar, a little better success rate. But the recording, God's willing, this will be downloaded and put up on YouTube and available. That'd be great, Kathy. You can record also, and that way we'll have 2 recordings. But this will be available in the members area sometime on the order of tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to start with a question. Sadat, I believe this is your question, and I'm going to start by talking about this. So Sadat's question is, I want to start using the direct mail piece you have provided us for getting mobile website customers. That's cool because direct mail is king. Creating a QR code for a normal site is no problem, but how do you go about creating the mobile mock-up and QR code of the mock-up manually, i.e. without using mobile ATM? Just a quick walkthrough would be appreciated. Sadat, I've actually, guys, am I sharing my screen? Can you see my screen? You should see a GoToWebinar, a little GoToWebinar thing. Okay, cool. So Sadat, I went ahead and inside the members area, you have access to everything because you're lifetime members, and you especially have access to the product we call Mobile Control, which was basically a manual version. Well, David, why don't we just save that to later on, okay? That was a manual version of mobile ATM, okay? So I went ahead and opened up Mobile Control and took my HTML editor, and I pulled this up on the screen so that you can see this, okay? So in other words, Sadat, what I'm saying is you have access to Mobile Control, and within Mobile Control, you will find an index.php file and instructions on how to use it that will do all of this stuff. Now, and you have to kind of bear with me because I got to move. I have little windows for GoToWebinar that you guys can't see, so I got to move those around a little bit. Okay. So basically, Sadat, what I would do, if I'm reading your question right, what I would do, I would take this right here, okay? I mean, this is basically a template. And you basically want to take you basically want to show the client their site on a mobile device. And what I'm showing you here is just a picture. So you would use Mobilizer to take a picture of that. We've talked about Mobilizer before. If you need me to put Mobilizer in the chat, let me know. And I would take essentially a screenshot from Mobilizer, which you can do by right-clicking on the phone. Now, this is just a picture, okay? But if you got the phone on your desktop and it's showing a site, if you will right-click on there, there's about 4 options, one of which is to take a picture. So I would right-click on there. I would get a PNG, pop it up on here, do the same thing for an example mobile site. So that way you would have the potential client site compared to an example mobile site. And then what I think I would do is I would just come down here and I would just add a little text about QR codes. Say, hey, if you want to take a look at this on your phone, here's a QR code. Go, that's linked to your site. Here's a QR code linked to the example site. And QR code readers QR code generators are all over the internet. All you got to do is just Google QR code generator. So Sadat, if I read your question right, that's how I would answer that. Can you let me know if I understood what you said, Sadat? I mean, let me know that we communicated and that I answered your question. To just say, yeah, Lee, I got it, or Lee, I got some more questions, or whatever. Just pop that in the chat. Or not. Either way. Okay, that's cool. I'll assume that we have communicated. Karen, let's see if Karen is on the call. Karen, are you here? I don't see Karen, but Karen has got some great questions. What do you upsell your clients? How do you offer the upsell? Awesome. Sadat says, yes, that's fine. Awesome. You bet. Karen says, what do you upsell your clients? How do you offer the upsell? And what do you charge for it? I was actually talking to Kyle about this, the differences between AJ's business and my business. And so I'm going to tell you what I do. AJ offers some similar products to what I offer, and he offers some products that I don't offer. Like I don't do SMS. There's no reason that I don't do SMS. I just don't really need to. And I don't tend to work with businesses that need a bunch of SMS. So, a dentist office does not really need SMS. It's kind of like, if you've got a cracked tooth on Thursday, come into the office between the hours of 8 and 10 and we'll give you 25% off because we have a dentist free. That doesn't really fly too well, right? So one thing, Karen, if you're on the call or even if you're not, just listening to the replay, when you think about what you upsell your clients, you got to think about 2 things all at the same time. One, you got to think about what you like and what you're capable of offering. And then you got to look at the client's business and you got to think about, well, of the things that I like to do, that I'm good at doing, that I'm capable of offering, which of those things is going to impact the client's bottom line? Okay, you don't ever want to sell anything to somebody just for the benefit of selling it because A, that's wrong, and B, that'll bite you in the rear end really fast. You want to sell the business stuff that's really going to impact their bottom line. Most of my upsells fall into the following 3 categories. Facebook likes, I'll explain that in a second, video marketing, and directory listings. Okay, just basically filling out directory listings. A lot of clients that I work with are retail clients. This kind of gets into rep management. A lot of clients that I work with are retail clients. They get a lot of business, or at least a lot of people are considering coming to see them or checking them out on places like Yelp and stuff like that. And if they don't have a decent looking listing, that's not to their benefit. Okay, so, and it's really easy for me to sell a whole package of directory listings and then have an outsourcer do that. I mean, you can even start with somebody on Fiverr doing most of the work for you. You'll probably, with someone on Fiverr, you'd probably have to go in yourself and clean it up a little bit, make it look a little better. But that is an easy way to start with that. I use let's flip over here to something, talking about directory listings. This is really killer. I've shared this before. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not. But when I upsell a client, I basically do so with what I call an internet audit. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm going to a few places on the internet and I'm seeing where that where that client is in that internet space, and I'm basically finding holes in their marketing, and then I create a report. This takes all of about 5 minutes to do. And if they're here in town, I'll take that over to them, or if they're somewhere else, I'll just, send it to them via email. And then I just say, hey, this is Lee, sent you that report about your online marketing. When you get a chance, let's just go over that. Just pardon me, helping you out with your marketing. It is rare. I would say about half the time I can take like a $400 sale and turn that into a $1,500, $2,000 sale doing this. But let me show you one of my tools that is super easy to use. Getlisted.org. It's not .org, not .com. You put a business name and a zip code in here. Let's get a business name that's not one of my clients. Ooh, I was at this place today. I think that's how you spell barbecue. I'm not sure. If not, we'll look them up online and find them.
If there's no red squiggly line under it, I don't think it's misspelled.
Okay. Spelling is definitely not my thing.
Mine either.
Report may take a second. No thanks. They were recently bought by somebody. I forgot who it was. Yeah, it does not look like they're really finding them. Let's find somebody else for real. You think I'd be able to spell the name of the city? I think I probably did not spell barbecue right. Atlanta Dental Center, and they are, let's get their zip code. Contact us. Hold on. $30308. Okay, let's try this. Let's go back. You don't have to use getlisted.org. It's just a time saver.
You don't have to, but if you stick this information that this site kicks back to you on a PDF, on a landing page, on something like that,
it looks amazing.
Makes you look so much better. Yeah,
Atlanta,
I mean, you look
Atlanta
like
Dental
you've drilled
Center.
down in their business 10 different levels.
30308. Now let's do that. Oh, they were bought by SEO Moz. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is really cool because look at this massive amount of information you have here. And not only is it a massive amount of information, all you have to do is do a screenshot of this thing. You do not have to reformat it or anything. It is already ready to make a sale for you. It's got this great, let me get rid of that. It's got this great listing score. That looks bad. It shows you where they've claimed their listings, where they've not claimed their listings. Some of these down here are paid directories. So basically, you take a screenshot of that, you pop that into a report, you send that to them. They're going to really, really want to know what that is all about. Okay, so that's one thing. Video, I personally like video a lot, and basically it's still quite easy to rank YouTube videos. So I will sell a YouTube video ranking service. Okay, so I'll either get the client to make a video for me and send that to me. I generally sell these in packages of 3 or 5, but I'll get them to make videos and send that to me. You can make a fine video with a flip cam. You can make it with your phone, but the sound on the phone generally, by the time you get it up to YouTube, is not that great. You need one of those little lapel mics to get the sound better. Or if they don't want to do that, I have a 14-year-old daughter who's amazing at Animoto, and I will just make them a, I'll just get Katie, my daughter, to get a few screenshots of, pictures from their site, or I have a bunch of iStock photo pictures that, where I have the rights to use these for my own business, stuff I bought in the past, or just go to iStock Photo and buy some more photos, or get the client to send you some photos if they want to brand that with their own, look and feel of their business, like the outside of their place of business, et cetera, et cetera. And anyway, so you create an Animoto video. Either one of those works fine. A minute and a half, something on that order. Upload that to YouTube. Rent a kid. Well, yeah, it's good training for my daughter.
Yes, child labor is what we're advocating here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Turn them into. I have two kids. Turn them both into entrepreneurs. Get that up on YouTube. Do the keyword optimization. Throw a little backlinks at it. It is not that hard to get a YouTube video ranked. So Kathy wants to rent my kids. I've talked to my wife about that, Kathy.
I would say run that by your wife first.
Nice. Yeah, you could get a job at the CIA faster than you could get a job even babysitting for my wife. So video ranking, okay, so that's a big thing that I do. And then Facebook likes, and I work with a lot of retail businesses, and so basically this boils down to the following. Talking to the business owner, getting them to come up with essentially a coupon, some kind of offer, some kind of giveaway, have a QR code physically available where somebody checks out, like in a dentist's office or something like that. Scan the QR code, go to Facebook, like them, show that to the receptionist, get your freebie, okay? Now, all of that stuff, I could put all that stuff together along with even more stuff, like we're coming out with this software for Facebook status updates. I'm not sitting around doing status updates for people myself. That's kind of low-level work, but with the software, I can easily hire somebody to do that very easily. So I'll probably work that into the mix. But see, the thing is, you look at the client's business and you think, what's going to work for them? Some of my clients are smaller corporations, and Facebook likes has nothing to do with their business, okay? Nobody really cares. That's not going to work with them. YouTube videos, however, showing off a new line of products. I've got one client that's coming out with a new line of, this is stuff that they use in landfills and stuff. But, they're making the videos because it's an engineering company, but taking that video, getting it up on the, up on YouTube, right, and all that stuff, that would be important to them. So you got to look at your skill set, look at what you know how to do, and you got to package that together and increase the client's bottom line. How do you price this stuff? My dad sold aluminum siding, so I grew up in a house basically talking about selling and pricing and stuff like that. What I do is I'll create a little report. So I would take something like this getlisted.org. I would take some screenshots if they have a video. If they don't have a video, I just take a screenshot of YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. Hang on, Rex. And I'll put this in a little PDF report, and then I'll go through and I'll put prices there. I'll go through it with the client. It'll add up to like, $2,750 and stuff like that. And, then I'll always say, look, I'm here, like we said when, I sold you the mobile website, I'm here to make your business better. You can do this a la carte, or you can just do the whole thing. And if you do the whole thing, I'm going to give you a huge break on the price, and we can just do the whole thing for $2,000. What do you think about that? Okay. Pricing's flexible, but the amount of value they get out of the stuff that I do is far more than what they're giving me. Okay. So I think I got through. I think I got that question, because I think Karen also asked, how do you offer the upsell? So I offer the upsell through what I call an audit. Okay. Well, my audit addresses the things that I am capable of doing, that I've already got figured out and that I'm good at. Your audit would maybe address a slightly different skill set. If AJ wanted to do an audit, if AJ wanted to do something like an audit, it would be a different skill set from me. And how do I charge for it? Just explain that. Joe, we're recording this, so, yeah, you missed some cool stuff, but just, start recording. We've been doing this for like 20 minutes. So. And Joe, speaking of which, I've got your questions right here. So Joe sent in some questions. Let me read this out. When using email prospecting that includes an external page link, i.e. out to a site, yeah, that has a video, how are you guys getting the prospect around the fear of clicking an unknown link in an email? You know, part of marketing, Joe, is a numbers game. Okay, I mean, there could be someone who's so paranoid about getting a virus on their computer that they're never going to click anything, and guess what? You're not going to sell them anything anyway. All right, so I just don't worry about that. You know, if you're not just sending out some sort of stupid stock email that looks stupid, looks like you probably spammed 10,000 people with it, if you're actually going the route that in general we go, which is I'm including, you know, talking about the person's business, I'm including screenshots about their business, you know, there will be a level of comfort there. Because they'll say, hey, this is a real person. They looked at my business. I don't know if I should click on this or not, but I'll, you know, I got Norton, I got whatever. I'll click on it. It'll all be good. So, you know, is there someone out there that I never got to sell anything to because they wouldn't click on the stupid link? Probably. Do I care? No. I'm just going after the low-hanging fruit that I can actually pick off the tree. Next question is, wise to offer term packages to lock in monthly recurring services, monthly technology or hosting fee? For example, offer client to pay a year upfront for hosting for reduced costs and building the site. I don't do that. I have no reason not to do that. I've just never done that. I just say, you know, 47 bucks a month. That would be like my baseline. I'm starting to do some couponing with some clients and kind of feeling my way into that for higher price points. But I don't. So Joe, I'm saying I can't answer that question because I don't have the experience of doing that and comparing that to not doing that. So, you know, take a shot, see what happens. If you do offer a package like pay 1 year hosting up front, do you offer full refunds if they don't want to continue their service with you? That may be a reason why I don't do that, because I don't want to get into that. If so, wouldn't cash flow be tied up all the time? Joe, I have never had a client ask me for a refund for anything. I mean, the amount of value that I personally and AJ also gives to a client, I mean, I know that to us it looks like they're paying us a lot of money, but compared to their advertising budget for a real business, this is pocket change, okay? And they can measure it, they're getting good out of it, they understand it, they're seeing results, they're not seeing results in other places. I've honestly never had to refund anybody anything. I've had to fire a few clients because they became to be pains in the neck. But I've never even then I never had anybody want a refund. So that's my question there. Do you guys use WHMCS for client management? I had to look that up, so obviously I don't use that. That's basically a client management system. No, I don't currently use that. I basically have a little invoicing system that I use, and other than that, I keep my business super simple. PayPal. The monthly things come in, you know, it's charged to their credit card. If somebody wants to pay me, I send them an invoice, they pay me like that. And I didn't know that HostGator actually offered this on their reseller package. I actually have a reseller package with HostGator. So Joe, thank you. I'm going to have to look at that. One more question Joe has. Two more, I think. After building and implementing mobile sites, there's initial wow factor. There definitely is after that wears off. How are they seeing return on their investment? How can this be proven? Well, basically, that's why we're talking about a smaller monthly charge. If you're going to charge them something like $200 or $300 a month, then yeah, they're going to say, well, wait a minute, what am I getting for $200 or $300 a month? I'm going to tell you what you could be doing. So hold on to that thought. But for 47 bucks a month, it's that's what it costs for me to keep your site on, basically. But again, I mean, that's so little. I don't have people ask me about that. And if you want to get up into higher monthly charges, yeah, you would have to show some return on investment. I'm starting to do that through the couponing and mobile software and the couponing thing. Actually working with business owners to come up with a monthly couponing thing, you know, getting a little graphic made on Fiverr, et cetera, et cetera. But the return on investment would be obvious there because somebody redeems the coupon, they'd have X number of people redeem the coupon. They can see that. But for $47 a month, that's almost not worth thinking about. Can you explain how to use M.M or M.dot subdomains with social mobile platform? Basically, you need to go into cPanel and create a subdomain, and that creates a folder, and then from there it's exactly the same. What I'll do, because I'm thinking that might have been a kind of a quick explanation, I'll make a note, and either Kyle or I will actually create a video for that. We'll put that in the members area. Cool. I think, AJ, those are all the questions that we got in beforehand.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, my computer just locked up, so give me a few seconds.
Okay. So while AJ's unlocking his computer, AJ is in a place without Wi-Fi, so he's having culture shock.
I'm good. My computer.
Oh, you betcha.
Locked up real quick, so yeah, I'm gonna take the screen from you. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool. Not at all. Go for it.
Be a bully. All right, can you guys see my screen? Yes, no, maybe. What the hell are you talking about? Any of those answers work?
I can.
All right, people, I need some interaction here.
If you guys can see AJ's screen, it's a Facebook page.
Can you see my Facebook?
Audrey can.
Audrey,
awesome.
Jim, Nancy, so thank you guys. See, it takes a little bit of pushing to get you guys to respond to some stuff. All right. I am currently in Panama City Beach, Florida, so if something happens, Lee will take back over. I at my buddy Roger's place, so the internet here, I'm hardwired in, and I'm in Panama City, Florida, so I assume something might happen or not. So if something does happen, I'm on an untested wire or internet connection here, so Lee will hop in. But what I want to talk to you guys about tonight is selling social media. Everybody's had it on their radar. Everybody on this call has thought about selling social media. If you're doing Facebook updates and keeping somebody's Facebook page current, that is worth $297 a month to a business all day long. Now, if you break that down over 30 days in a month, that's $10 a day. If they had to train somebody, hire somebody, or even have somebody in their business do this and actually log in and do this stuff and take time, it would take more than 1 hour a day for one person in their business. So it would cost them well over $10 an hour. So that's where doing status updates and stuff like that comes into the picture. And this is something I'm just now offering to my current clients. The reason I haven't offered it before is the simple fact that I have not had an automated way of doing it. Inside Facebook, there's a scheduler and poster and stuff, but it's a pain in the ass to do. If you have 50 clients, replicating that over 50 clients is horrible. Lee, while I'm thinking about it, on Media Rainmakers, can you go check on that license on the Facebook poster?
I'll do it, yeah.
All right. Replicating this out over a decent amount of customers or clients is hard to do because you have to go in there, you got to use their little goofy tool and schedule posts out. So we created a plugin, and I'm going to get into that, how you can use that. But before I do any of that, you got to know how to get clients. And I'm going to go over some stuff here. And you guys all know me. Direct mail is the way I go. If I have doubts on how to get clients for any service, I'm going to go direct mail. And that's what we're going to cover here. So I just typed in Atlanta dentist up here on Facebook. I'm going to show a few other sources on how to find these clients. So let's just go through here and look at a few of these. All right, here we go. This one doesn't say much. I'm just going to skip this one because it's something's going on. All right. 35 likes, 15 more here, one talking about this. The more I show you, the more you're going to see the, I call it the virality factor, virality factor, however you want to say it. 35 likes, 1 people talking about this. And we're going to get some companies here with like 800 likes, but only 7 people talking about this. This stuff right here is a big issue with companies. They know they need the likes, and they get that. They understand that. And they do their best to get those likes. But in their mind, those likes automatically equal income or increase revenue or something. It's just not the case. There needs to be interaction on the Facebook page. There needs to be stuff going on. That's where a lot of these companies fall down. So I just pulled this up on the fly. I just got my computer hooked up to the internet not too long ago. 65 likes, 3 talking about. I'm going to find some good examples. For some reason, all of these are horrible examples, it looks like. 41 likes, 2 are here. Even then, I'm going to go in how to use this and everything. But this right here, a screenshot of this will be a very salient point to somebody if they see this in picture format. So let's go here. 124 likes, 2 were talking about this. 66 were here. So I actually have people checking in. They have some likes. And for a dentist, a dental spa, I don't know exactly what a dental spa is, to be honest with you. But they have 124 likes, not many people talking about this. All right, let's go here. 20 likes, nobody talking about this. 1 like, neither here nor there. All right, so there's one way to find people. I'm going to tie this all together here in a second. So let's go to Manta. This site costs $9.99 a month or something like that for advanced data. So let's go here. Let's go dentist. We're going to do the same exact search. All right. Now we have 331,000 dentists. Let's go down here and do Georgia. And I don't know why I use Atlanta on a lot of these searches. I think Lee's rubbing off on me. All right, here we go. We're in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're looking at dentists. We got 1,098 companies. Now, if you pay the $9.97 or whatever it is, when you go click here and go, it has Facebook. So we're going to filter these searches down that have Facebook. Ooh, that's bad. 9 companies. 9 companies is plenty to get started here. Everybody thinks they need 40,000 companies to market to. They don't. All right, so let's just open these up here and look. And you remember how Lee said SMS text messaging doesn't work with dental? It does work with dental. You can do like appointment reminders. You can do teeth cleaning updates. If you get creative, you can use any company and do SMS. Not trying to bust on Lee, but I'm just throwing it out there. So let's look at this person's Facebook page. All right, again, 21 likes, 1 was here. And this is a perfect company to go after. Let's go grab a few more. Three likes, I would not target that company. Just like anything else, it takes a little bit of time to find companies that are ripe to be targeted. All right, here's a great one. I like that one. Let's go down here. All right, 47 likes, 6 were here. Nobody's talking about this. The problem with going after people where nobody's talking about this is you got to do a few different things here. So if you come down here February 1st, they posted no likes, no comments, no shares, no nothing. No likes, no comments, no shares. Anytime somebody's gotten 0 people talking about this, you know that nothing's happening. So we're just going to close this out real quick. All right, this one right here. So we got this company right here, Right Orthodontics. Their last post was on Saturday. So they know they need to be posting. They got 3 likes. 23 people talking about this, 594 likes. All right, we're going to pull up a direct mail piece real quick. And let's do it exactly for this company right here. I'll go through the whole steps. And there we go. All right, now my screen grab software goes crazy sometimes when I do use GoToWebinar, so if that happens, just be patient with me. So here we are on their website. We got their Facebook fan page here. Let's go back. Their follow through or their virality or whatever you want to call it is very low. So let's go here. I use a shampoo snap. Copy that. Let's copy that. Let's go here on this template. And I got to reformat this template a little bit, but I'll give it to you guys. I mean, I'll give you this exact template. Anybody been on our mobile builder webinar where I talk about selling mobile websites? It's the same exact principle here. Direct mail principles hold up no matter what you're selling. Again, most people, businesses open up a direct mail piece. They look on top. They look for a logo and the contact information over here on the right side. If they don't see that, that's a pattern interrupt. And when they see their own header right here, they're instantly drawn in for the simple fact that you stepped outside the box. You've proven to them that you've been to their website. So all you got to do is throw this up here. Now, insert non-activity shot. Let's go grab that non-activity shot. And I know people are like, this is too simple. This can't work. I can tell you from fact it works. Let's go. Boom. Boom. All I did was add a few arrows to that. Let's go back here. We can tie this up some. All right, now let's look at this letter. And the text isn't important. I'll give you guys this text. We're going to send it out. I got to reformat it a little bit, put it in doc and ODT, and I'll send it out to you guys. But let's look at this letter right here. So this company has spent time trying to get Facebook likes. They've got over 500. That doesn't happen overnight. There's got to be some concerted effort for that to actually happen. So the fact that they have the likes, but nobody's talking about this, that means they're making status updates. Nothing's really happening. And you can see the type of stuff. Look at this. They're posting this. They're posting this. And that's just horrible. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's some type of probably deep teeth decay or something. So you can see they need something else going on here. They need some type of virality. They need something that gets people's attention. So this is a perfect company to go after to offer your social media services to. They've got the idea. They know what they need to do. They're just not doing it well. Let's go back to this template right here. Let's close out that. So say they open the direct mail template. Again, we're using, I don't have the spreadsheet opened up or the PowerPoint opened up for that, but just 9x12 or 6x9 manila envelopes is all you need. They cost $15 for 100 of them, so it's very cheap. Sending them out each is like $1 a piece, so you're in for about $1. So they open up, they see this. Then it says, hey, wondering why I attached a $1 bill to this letter to get your attention. Same way having a Facebook fan page that has some killer interaction will make you a ton of money. So then we point out right here. Next thing we do is say, nice work on getting a ton of fans. This is where most companies fall short. Take a look at your activity on there. So it's just pointing out that, hey, you got 594 likes, but only 23 people are talking about this. So you're basically saying nice work on getting the fans, and a lot of companies fall short on this. So you're not saying, hey, you suck. You're doing something wrong. This isn't working out, yada, yada, yada. You're not going that road. You're basically saying nice job, but you need a little help. You know what you're doing, but you need a little assistance there. So then down here we go through a few different things right here. This is a 2-page letter, and like I said, we'll give it to you. As you can see, there's very little text on this page. There's very little text on this page for the simple reason is the more sales pitch you put into a letter, the less likely they are to call you, if that makes sense. The more you can be direct to the point, say, here's a problem. I pointed out the problem to you. Give me a call and we'll figure it out. The quicker or the easier you do that, the higher your call-through rate comes back to you because you're leaving them hanging a little bit. You've obviously pointed out a problem they have, and either they can try to figure it out for themselves, which nobody wants to do, or they can give you a call. Does that make sense? And again, I'm rocking one monitor here, so I got to pull up the question box.
I got the question box. What do you think, guys? Audrey says yes. Patrick says yes. Absolutely. That also makes it a lot easier when they call you. And then you don't have to be the salesperson. You're basically the order taker.
You're not even the order taker. They call you, you answer questions,
Yeah.
and then go from there. I mean, once somebody's calling, if they picked up the phone based on something you put in the mail and they call you, they're sold on you. They've just been down this road so many times that they need a few little interactions. They need a few questions answered, whatever it is. And not everybody that calls you is going to hire you. I'm not even trying to tell you guys that's what's going to happen. But a high percent of the people that call you, if all you do is answer their questions and go about it as, hey, I'm here to answer your questions, a high percentage are going to hire you because that's not what they're used to. They're used to Yellow Pages calling them up and beating them up to sign up for a $500 package that won't deliver shit. That's what they're used to. Joe, we haven't demoed the software. We'll get to that.
I got that license thing figured out, so we're good to go there when you get ready.
Okay. All right. I was on there and I didn't have time. I was just getting there.
Well, Kyle just changed some stuff, so.
Did he? All right.
Yeah.
Good, Kyle. So you guys see how easy this is. Like I said, 9x12 manila envelopes. If you guys had the bank bag mailers, which is still impossible for me to say, if you have those work too. It's very simple, and we'll give you this direct mail piece. I just had to reformat it in a few different formats so you guys have it. All you have to do is go out and find these companies, and like I said, between Mana and Facebook, let me get rid of my question box so I can see stuff. And this works for any city. You can go Denver, dentist, go to pages, scroll down, and the amount of, for some reason this is a very short list right here. But all you gotta do is put the location and the niche up here, and you'll have people to find. Then you go down to Manta and type them in here. The reason I use Manta in this is all these people have taken time to verify their listings. So I mean, somebody in the contact or in the company has either been contacted by them and they've either paid to enhance their listing or they at least verified it, which means they're aware that they have a social profile out there that they need to take care of, if that makes sense. And the letter is literally plug and play. You take one screenshot, another screenshot, fill in this text, you send it out, and your phone's going to start ringing. It's that simple. There's no way really to complicate this. So I pull the question box back up. Questions, comments, concerns, anything on this?
Let us know, guys. I think we're good to go.
All right. Looks like we're good to go. All right. Now, when it comes down to the phone rings, you make the sale. My price point right now is $297 per month. That's a very, very manageable price for a company. $10 a day compared to they pay every worker they have at least $10 an hour. So $10 a day to get their Facebook page managed is not a big deal at all. It's such a low, not really barrier to entry. It's just a low cost for them in general. I actually have a waiter waiting on me. I've got this gentleman here named Roger Rowe. He's handing me drinks and stuff. It's pretty awesome.
Tell Roger hello for me.
Roger, Lee says, nice work.
No, Lee said hello. Don't say that. He'll think I actually said that.
All right, now let's get into this. Let me close down some of the stuff. So you guys see, and there's lots of different places you can go find people with Facebook fan pages. They're all over the place. All you gotta do is this is what you gotta look for right here. The likes compared to the talking about this. And I'm not gonna put a set number on it's gotta be this percentage to actually contact them. That's not important. What you're looking for is a company that's got a decent amount of likes and nobody's talking about it. That means they know they need the likes, they just don't know what the hell to do with them. And that's pretty much all you need to find out. Once you find those people, plug it into my direct mail template and you're good to go. All right, let me close some stuff out and let's get to the plugin. All right. Offline pandemic. All right. Now what this is a centralized location where you can run all your fan pages. They can all be essentially fed through by CSV files, or you can do them one at a time. So even if you're still doing them manually because you want to post random stuff every day and just make it interactive, it's still easier to use this plugin than it would be to log into Facebook and go into all these back ends. Because when it comes down to it, logging into Facebook, yeah, switch from fan page to fan page, go schedule. That right there is a pain in the ass, I can tell you from experience. All right, let's look at the status update spot. All right. So here's the scheduled updates, updates completed, and errors. I mean, this is just right down here is whatever. So let's go to scheduled updates. Let's go back real quick. All right, there we go. So you can choose any page you want. Let's just do Media Rainmakers here. Now, update content. This can be a combination of text and links. So let's just go to YouTube. Let's just grab this video. Check out this cool video. Post this immediately, add. Alright, you see you can do all this from back here. Alright, let's go to Facebook. Kyle.
It was Media Rainmakers.
Oh, was it? Alright. Alright, do you have the link to that one?
It may be facebook.com/Media Rainmakers, all one. Yeah, there you go. It's right in front of you.
There you go.
Right there. Just click on. I'm sitting here pointing at the stupid computer.
Right, see how the... I can see you pointing. I can feel it.
Okay.
Right, see how this post right here popped up right here? It was all posted from the back end right here. All right. So you can control all your pages right here. You can do all these updates right here as you go. But here's where it gets good. Bulk upload. And I don't have a CSV file ready, Lee, do you? I might.
No, I don't.
Do you have a CSV file? Neither do
No.
I. I just got internet 20 minutes before this thing started. All right, so here's how this works. CSV file and this bulk upload. The CSV file has a time date stamp as as 2 columns. The next column is the status update. So you can upload 30, 60, 90 days in advance. All you do is fill out a simple CSV file. Now the first 2 columns, you can put a date and time in there to when you want it posted, or you can just say no here. And you can say we want to post it on the weekdays. We want it posted from 10 to 5. So it'll automatically post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday on your timeline. From these times, it'll randomly just post in between there based on what you upload. So that means here's the difference between this and going inside Facebook and scheduling out the post. If you start running somebody's fan page, if you want to update 30 days of their Facebook updates, it's going to take you forever inside there because it's a pain in the ass. Now, this system we have here, you got a CSV file. So a third of your content that gets posted is going to be specific to the individual business. The other 2/3 should be relevant content, but fun and interactive, so where they share it. So whether it's a video, whether it's a post from some other website, it's got to be relevant and interactive. So 2/3 of all these you're going to do are the same for everybody. The other third are going to be customized to that business. So you have the same CSV file, you just copy it over, you plug in their direct status updates based on their business. So you have like a URL to their events page, you have a URL to their video page, all that stuff. But the rest of it's going to be the same because all you need is some content that gets people interactive. So you can just copy this CSV file across a bunch of different niches, upload it, and you're done for the month. That's how easy this is right here. Let's go here and look at a few different things. I have not looked at this business search, Lee.
Oh, the business search is just killer. Why don't you just keep your screen there? I'm basically in love with this thing. Or do you
give you want me to give you control?
Yeah, hang on. Let me. Yeah, I've got it up. So just give me control, and we'll look at my.
This just got added today, and I have not even had time to play with it.
Oh, this is just beyond killer.
And I'm excited about it, even though I haven't played with it.
There is nothing like this. There are a few sites where you can find Facebook pages for businesses. They don't work all that well. Using Facebook's search is horrible. But we were just kind of looking around and Facebook's back end and their API and stuff, and Kyle noticed that there was a lot of stuff that you could do that Facebook was not really explaining, and so he just started playing around with it and came up with this really, really killer thing. Now, can you guys see my screen now? It says status updates up here. So,
I can.
Okay, cool. So if you go to business search, and this particular search is just the result of me just playing around with it today and shooting some videos and stuff. And what I put in here, I put it in business type, so I put in restaurants. And location actually works like the mobile website builder. You can put an address in here and find and say, yeah, this is it. I'm not really sure of the radius that this is pulling from. That's going to be an internal Facebook thing, but basically I put in a location that's in kind of a trendy neighborhood near where I live. So these are kind of like upscale restaurants, and there's a ton of them around there. But let's say you had a particular area, and you can put in a city, okay? But let's say you had a particular area, neighborhood, city, whatever, just a location, and you wanted to target a particular kind of business. Well, right here, this will actually, this is all working through Facebook's API, so this is totally white hat. This is actually going into Facebook, making a bunch of calls back and forth and aggregating all this stuff, and these are the pages that it found that were near this location that were restaurants. Now, it gets even cooler than this. Let me move my webinar box over a little bit. See here where it says check details, and there where it doesn't say check details? Somebody say, yes, Lee, I see that. So make sure I'm communicating. Oh, awesome, Audrey. Thank you. So now check this out. I'm going to just click here, and this, let me move my little boxes around. This is Fellini's Pizza, so I'm going to click there. See those little wheels going, so it's talking to Facebook. Now look at this. It's gone and got their fan page. I'm at the tip of the iceberg right now. See, this is a nice pizza place. It's crazy that they would have such a crummy looking fan page, but it's gone and got their fan page, and it tells you the number of likes and the number of posts. Now this is the number of posts in the last 28 days. That is a really, really, really cool metric, because you know, we're talking about selling businesses on the idea of a post per day, right? So you would look at, this is why I used DBA Barbecue earlier, and that's why I didn't find it, because I didn't spell it right. But anyway, you look at them, and they're making about a post a day. So they probably got like a manager or waitress or somebody in there just posting their stuff. Now, they definitely might be a candidate to sell a posting service to, because they're paying someone a ton more money to do this than they would pay you. You can see their likes and their posts, but look at this. They've got 627 likes. Those are actually probably real likes too. Those aren't likes that somebody like me would just go out to Fiverr and create to make it look cool. Okay, 627 for that particular restaurant is that's something that I think may really be true. But check this out, 0 posts. You know, I have retail clients who I'm noticing when they get up to like 50 or 100 likes on their page, that a retail business can start to actually leverage that page. I mean, they have enough likes there, and it's viral enough to where they can start to leverage that page to where a status update will actually positively influence their business. Okay. Now look, these guys are totally and absolutely missing the boat. They have got, for a small restaurant like that, a really substantial number of likes, and they're doing 0 to leverage that. Now, this particular company in Atlanta is like a 3 or 4 restaurant chain. Nice form letter to the president of the company, you know, just like AJ pointed out, pointing all this stuff out. You've got a great case. I mean, you're asking $300 a month to take care of this whole issue. Now, if you wanted to do like different locations, it would obviously be more. But see, there's a massive amount of business that they're missing because they're not leveraging their posts, and probably because they have no clue as to how to get somebody to do that. Does that look cool, guys? Somebody says, yes, Lee, this is rocking the house. Very cool. Michael, it gets even better. Look at this. I just love this. So you see how it says view details on here? See? Now check this out. Look. View details. Oh, God, this is like dying and going to heaven for an internet marketer. Look at this. Now we have a single page just for that one business. And I want to show you the massive amount of information you get on this page. Yeah, Kathy says, oh, my God, absolutely.
And, guys, this is the first time I'm actually seeing this.
This is mouth-watering. I want to explain this in glorious detail. I mean, it's killer.
I'm glad I got on the call tonight.
I mean, Kyle and I are all day long. We're just salivating over this thing. But check this out. Now, you take what's on this page. I'm going to go over all the details for you in a minute. But you take what's on this page and you take this stuff and you put it on that direct mail letter, you're going to have a massively killer letter. You've got everything in one place: the name, the address, their website, their phone number, their Facebook page URL. This is page type and categories in Facebook, fans. Now check out this average engagement. Kyle and I were doing a little research online. Average engagement is a Facebook metric, and I've forgotten the exact formula, but basically it comes from the number of comments, the number of likes, and the number of shares on average, divided by the number of page fans on average for a month period, okay? Now, Facebook says that their definition of quote, unquote, not really great, but average to good engagement would be a number that's 1%. So these guys are down here at about a fifth of that. They're right at 0.2%, so that's about a fifth of 1%. In other words, they're totally missing the boat with average engagement. Now, the whole idea of engagement is all this stuff that they've got on their fan page, all of these posts and stuff, and we'll look at all this in a minute. People are not engaging enough with it. You could take this information, you could put it in a direct mail piece, and you could actually, I know I'm starting like 4 sentences at one time because I'm so excited, but these are the actual status updates, okay? And this is the engagement for the actual status update. And these are the comments, the likes, the shares for the actual status update. So you could print this out. You could turn this one thing into a direct mail piece, and you could like handwrite on here some. And I'm kind of freeforming here because this is new to us too. But you could look at something like this. That's still not great, but it's not as horrible as say that is. You could say, okay, this post you did pretty good with. You got. Let me move my little box here, son. So you got 3 comments on that. You got some more likes, no shares. This one, and you could actually go look at both of them if you want to, and kind of see if you can see what the difference is, et cetera, et cetera. So basically, you could take this information and you can prove to the business owner with just a click. Okay, you could prove to the business owner that you have already investigated what they're doing on Facebook, what's working for them and what's not working for them. You can write them essentially a whole report, and it would take you all of about a minute to do it, okay? Direct mail that to them. I can guarantee you that's going to get people actually looking at your stuff and raising the likelihood of them calling you back. But it gets even better. Look at this. I just love this. Check-ins, page check-ins. Do they have an offer available on the page? This is their profile picture, and this is their, it's a barbecue place. This is their timeline cover. This one thing, I mean, this is so killer. This one thing would make, just, and it's really formatted almost to the point where you could just basically print this out or take a screenshot and turn that into an excellent direct mail piece.
This is insane.
Joe is asking a really good question. Joe's basically asking, essentially, why don't we have the email on here? Facebook won't allow you to do that. Facebook did allow us through the API to get to the email of the business, but they don't do that anymore, and they're not going to do that because people like us would exploit it. So yeah, you're going to have to. We're talking about direct mail though, physical mail. Okay, so yeah. You got all that here. But if you want to go the email route, you would have to go to DBA Barbecue and find their email. Or if they just got one of those contact forms, you could use something like our email sleuth and help you get their email from them, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, can I hop in here real quickly?
Yeah, please, please, please.
Like I said, this is the first time I've seen this stuff, and I'm excited as hell on this stuff. When you have this much information, this much data, this much stuff you can pull out and put into a report, a PDF, or however you're going to do it, going the email route is a disservice to having this much information, for the simple fact is the emails aren't going to get read all the time. They're not going to get opened all the time. The read rate on an email compared to direct mail is way lower. I don't have exact stats to back it up, but it's way lower. You send out 10 emails and 10 direct mail pieces. If you do how I teach you with direct mail, all 10 will get open and read. Email, that's not the case. Spam filters, dead emails, people just don't check it. It's just what it is. So when you're using this much information and using direct mail, your response rate's going to go through the roof because it to the business owner, they don't realize they have tools like this. And according to 15 minutes ago, I didn't know tools like this existed. Turns out we made one. But you put this much information into a business owner in front of his face, and he sees this, and this is where the weeding out comes in. A company that would see this and not hire you is a company you don't want to work with. So there's a natural weed out phase there that the people that don't respond are not the people you want to work with anyway. The people that do respond are going to be your A-plus customers. They're going to be people that hire you, value what you do, pay you top dollar, and then spread the word about you. And that's why direct mail is so much better than almost anything else out there. Agree 100%.
What do you think, guys? This is just massively killing. I mean, I don't even know how to talk about it.
I'm excited right now. This is the first time, like I said, guys, I've been traveling all day. This is the first time I've seen this actually implemented. I knew we were doing it, but I didn't see the end product. There's nothing on the market right now that can pull this information like this can.
No, there's nothing that can do this. This business search just makes this thing, just being able to get all of your clients in one back end, to schedule the stuff, to do that. I mean, that is really cool because that is so easy to use that once you get a few clients, you can easily hire someone, say in the Philippines, to just log into your site and do it for you. Okay. But with this business search, I mean, this takes this bad boy to a whole new level. Terry says he's headed out to Office Depot to get some mailers. Awesome, Terry.
It'll be the best $15 you ever spent.
Yeah, Michael.
And that's the thing about this stuff, guys. All you gotta do is put the stuff in the mail, and then shit happens. I mean, you just have to drop it in the mail. Then your phone will ring, no questions asked.
Michael's asking, will there be training on what is good engagement versus number of fans? Michael, Kyle and I already kind of looked into that, and Facebook, we're basically going by Facebook's metrics, okay, what Facebook says good engagement is. And so it's kind of like we don't need to reinvent the wheel. What Facebook says good engagement is, I'm pointing to this number here, is 1% or greater, okay? So even if you have, now according to Facebook, the more fans you have, the engagement should be bigger, which makes sense because there's a viral component to it. But for local businesses like this and numbers of fans, like what we're looking at, 3,000 fans, 1% or greater should be what you're looking for. And really, as I was playing around with this, most businesses' engagement is just pathetic. Okay, so this number is super, super low. And if you go back to the other page, another metric to look at. Now, we can't really put the engagement right here for everything, although that might seem like a good idea. I actually asked Kyle that. All of these, the page, the like, the activity, all this stuff, each one of these things results in a call back and forth to Facebook through their API. So this page, which is kind of a generalized page, we're trying to keep it so that it loads on your computer within a reasonable amount of time. So it's not like we can't get all of that special information and put it on here. But basically, what I'm looking at is this. I'm looking at it from a retail business owner's point of view. If you got all, like I said here, if you got all those likes and you got no posts, you're totally missing the boat. I could take that fan page and start posting some stuff once a day, and I could probably fill that restaurant on their on their, like their low traffic days, just doing that one thing, working with the business owner to come up with a few specials, a few deals, a free drink, a free whatever. With that many likes, some status updates, including a few coupons and freebies, that would have a massive effect on their business. So really what I'm looking at a couple of things. I'm looking at more likes and fewer posts, okay? I would probably, and I may change my mind because you got to understand this is new to us too. I've avoided the whole social media thing because frankly, I don't want to sit around and do this, all right? There are easier ways to make money. But now with the software, that puts us in a whole different league. I would probably right now not approach this business because they got somebody doing it once a day, and I would, and I may change my mind, okay, as I experiment around with it. But right now, I would think that getting them to change something that's obviously working for them is going to be hard.
There's no need to. I mean, why would
yeah,
you?
But I mean, you're going to get massive. You're going to get massive numbers of businesses with zero likes, zero posts. But really, the ones that are missing the boat are the ones where they have a substantial number of likes. And for a small business like George's Restaurant and Bar, I've been there many, many times. 84 likes and 0 posts. Even down in 84 likes, that's enough likes to actually start getting some business back into this business from good status updating. So I would probably look for this pattern right here. And, so I would probably do searches. I would look for this pattern. I would look at their details. George's Restaurant and Bar has been there. I'm an Atlanta native. It's been there ever since I was a kid. I've been in there with my grandfather. It's a dump, so I suspect they have nothing on this page. See, they don't even have much stuff on this page at all. But I would basically look for that pattern, and then I would flip over to here, and I would turn that into a direct mail piece, and I would go. I would do that way. That's going to be my modus operandi for this thing until I figure out something better. What do you think, AJ?
Like I said, I've been hearing about this, and I know it's in the works, but like you said, it got implemented today and uploaded today, so I've not seen this. I mean, just take everything I talked about before on how to find companies and just scratch that. Because using this tool right here, which everybody on this call, you guys bought lifetime access, you have full rights to this plugin. I mean, our advanced
it's going to be in the members area within a couple of days. We still have to actually encode the plugin, so we can't. Yeah.
We have to do all that goofy back-end stuff, but yeah, you guys are going to have this very shortly. And what he just showed you right there on being able to search for companies and find them like that, I mean, the data he just pulled right there, and if nobody's done direct mail or actually talked to clients, if you show a client this, and I've talked about this in several webinars now, most companies that get direct mail, they get a boilerplate template. They get a template that they know 5,000 other businesses get the same exact one. And that's why I show you how to put their header on the top of the direct mail piece, because it's a pattern interrupt. When they look at a direct mail piece, go out the, if you got Microsoft Office, Word, or whatnot, pull up their templates for whatever. On top, there's a logo section, and on the right side there's a contact information section. That's how everybody in the business world sends stuff out. So when a company opens up a direct mail piece, they look up there to just identify who it's from right away. Now, if they look up there and they see their header up there, it's a whole different ballgame. And if you keep the page under 3 pages on that, they will read every word of what you wrote. And for people that aren't used to direct mail, take my word for it. What I just told you is if you got a way for somebody to open up your direct mail and read every word of it, you're ahead of 98% of people who do direct mail. Easily 98%. Most of it goes in the trash. Some of it gets read, but gets read skeptically. Just putting that header up there is such a pattern interrupt that you guys are going to be so far ahead of the game. And like I said, like this plugin's got a few tweaks in there. With all this information, I'm going to have to tweak the direct mail letter a little bit. But in 2 or 3 days, you guys are going to have a system where you can start getting $397, $297 a month clients, no problem. None. Just a matter of you guys doing it.
Absolutely. Audrey's got a great question. This looks like an awesome tool to get clients. Thank you, Audrey. Can you go over what we offer them for their management fee of $297 a month? The post today, coupons, SMS, please elaborate. Audrey, the way I'm looking at this personally is I still do not want to be doing this. Okay, I would probably do this a little bit to get the kinks worked out, but we designed this tool. We've been working on this thing for quite a while. We've designed this tool to be so incredibly simple to use that you could easily get someone else to do it for you. Okay, you could easily hire a VA to do it for you. We've already got videos in the members area stepping you through all this stuff. But I would probably, my personal thoughts would be to keep this really, really simple for $297 a month. You would be looking at a status update a day. You would want the business owner to provide you at the beginning of the month. You would want the business owner to provide you with, let's say, 10
pertinent information and upcoming promotions.
Exactly. 10 business-specific status updates. 25% off your next haircut. Dog shampoo for whatever, free whatever for whatever, that kind of stuff. And then you would salt and pepper those business status updates in your CSV file. You'd salt and pepper those throughout the next 30 days, right? And then you just need to fill it in with some generic stuff, okay? Of course, you would always want this to be very how do they rate movies? So this should be kid friendly stuff, right?
It should be PG, and we're going to talk about that more. Once this comes out, I'm going to dive into this and give you guys some resources that you need. Because the problem is that most companies, they don't have enough about their business to update, so they go silent. Right. Going silent is not user engagement. It's just not. It's just another day where nothing gets posted, no interaction happens. Now, there's sources out there that they filter down all the interactive stuff that happens on Facebook, like the status updates that go viral and all stuff. And it's different per different niches. You can have a bar and grill that can post different stuff than a chiropractor or a dentist could. There's just simple barriers there that can't be crossed over from one niche to another. But at the same point, once you find stuff that's viral that you can implement across your whole network of people, all you gotta do is plug it in and see where it works out.
Funny kid videos. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there on the internet that's totally safe for any business. Funny kid videos,
those word find
pet
pictures,
videos.
those word find pictures.
Yes. All of
There's
that
so much stuff.
And you can also, another thing, Audrey, you can also, like, I live in Atlanta. That's a city, it's a medium-sized city, 5 million people. So a lot of these, there are a lot of little local newspapers that are basically a list of entertainment and stuff like that. They all have websites. So you can go to websites like that. You can pull local stuff, like when a certain band is coming here. My daughter was telling me that a certain band, Third Day, was going to be here in Atlanta in a few weeks and yada yada. So you can fill in some of that as long as it's appropriate for the business, as long as it brands the business well and as long as it's safe. Like AJ said, what you would put on a pediatric dental office would be different than what you would put on a nightclub, right? But within within that whole range of stuff, you can easily find some stuff to fill in the other 20 days with. So basically, you're selling them a status update per day. You would basically just sit down at the end of the month and you would plan all the status updates for the next month. You would put them all in their various CSV files. You would upload them, and then you would just kick back until about the 25th of the next month, and you would do the same over and over again after you counted all your money that came in on PayPal. But especially you develop a little system. This is not hard to do, and you would hire an outsourcer to do this for $500 or $600 a month. You get a killer outsourcer in the Philippines. Just hand the whole thing over to them. All you got to do is just kind of check behind them and make sure that everybody's happy and that just kind of manage them. You could get with this software. You could get an outsourcer to handle 30, 40 accounts. One person. So you take 30 and multiply that by, let's say, $300. So you've got that's a six-figure business right there, and you're paying someone maybe $7 or $8 grand a year to run a six-figure business for you. It's massive leverage.
John's got questions. What do you think of WP4 FB 2.0 that was released today? Do they have a better solution than that? Okay. Here's where something like what we got and something like that comes into play. All right, so you're going to be selling status updates. You're going to be doing all stuff automated-wise through our plugin. Something like that, and I haven't seen the price. I've been in the air all day. I've been in the airport, and I just got down here, had dinner and stuff. I know of it, and I'm going to buy it here probably later on tonight. Something like that is a huge bonus. If you're going to be selling status updates and selling social media management, from what I've heard of what that can do, and like I said, I haven't bought it. I haven't even seen a sales page for it yet. What that thing can do, but if you plug that into your social media management, you'll go through the roof. You go from $300 to $750 per month per client. So once you get the interaction going, you plug that into it. And next thing you know, you got a huge business. Lee, I have to step out for 60 seconds. I'll be right back. You there? Can you guys hear me?
Oh, I was muted, just talking up a storm. Okay,
I kind of figured you were because you didn't hop right in. I'll be back in 60 seconds.
Yeah, my wife tells me every day it's just amazing that you can make money. But anyway, oh well. Do you guys find that many Facebook fan pages for businesses, not restaurants or similar places like dentists, doctors, chiropractors, are an extension of or replacement of a website where they become more of an informational brochure and less an interactive site? That might gather a Facebook like from a visitor, but a little more possibly for the simple reason most businesses are boring. Yeah, actually, Joe, we call those boring businesses in the social media world, and no one really wants to really interact with them. They go to the website. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we took the software and went to some experts, had them look at it for us and made a few tweaks and stuff like that. And I had heard this terminology before, and I kind of use it myself some, but it was never really an issue because I was not into social media much because, honestly, I did not want to do this manually. There's no way I'm doing it manually. And I didn't even want to, manage somebody doing it manually. But with this, I'm doing it because it's going to be massively profitable. But Joe, those businesses actually are in our trade called boring businesses. And the thing you do for boring businesses is this. It's exactly the same thing. Don't overcomplicate something. You have safe stuff. Let's take a boring businesses. My kids have always gone to a pediatric dentist. My kids are both 14 now, but they got one dentist who've already gone to a dentist, a pediatric dentist. How exciting can kids' dentistry be? Well, you don't want all the status updates to be things like, your children should brush twice a day because if they don't, their little teeth will fall out. I mean, that's stupid, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to take a few important things about the business. We just hired a new whatever, Dr. So-and-so just got her whatever, making sure that you know how to brush. I mean, some of that's fair. It's just too much of it's boring, right? And then you would just put in a bunch of generic stuff. Cute kid videos, cute pet videos. Hey, we saw this cute pet video of this cat doing yada yada. By the way, doesn't the cat have beautiful teeth or something like that? Just something to spice it up a little bit. Make sure it is totally appropriate for anybody looking at that fan page. Look, I don't work with businesses like this because I'm a Boy Scout, but if it's a strip club, then go for it, right? But if it's a kid's pediatric, dentistry, then, there's a lot of stuff you can't do. But salt and pepper it with generic stuff. Some stuff could go viral, and then you can get some neighborhood stuff, like you got a jazz band that's coming to the neighborhood. We're going to go see, I mentioned Third Day, which is a Christian rock band that my little girl likes. So, stuff like that, still totally safe, but kind of talking about what's happening in the neighborhood, what's happening in the city. You can easily find, unless you're living out in the middle of Wyoming and your nearest neighbor is 20 miles away. I'm not hating on anybody that's living in Wyoming, by the way. I would probably enjoy that a lot if I had an internet connection. But unless you're living out there, then you can find plenty of stuff to make a very engaging fan page with. And especially for retail business, an engaging fan page is a massively important thing for them. I've kind of crept into this with some of my clients because they basically forced me to, but I've done enough of it to see the numbers and understand the numbers for a retail business. 50 likes, 60 likes, 70 likes is enough to start seeing some movement in their bottom line and the number of new people that come in. While I was doing all that talking, there was tons of stuff coming in here. What was the name of the software just mentioned? WP4FB. And John, I think AJ tried to address that. I have been so busy with Kyle working on this that I have hardly seen the light of day. So just like AJ, WP4FB is on this list of WSOs for me to look at and understand and probably buy, but I can't. Beyond that, I'm a little clueless about it. So I've caught up with all the questions. Guys, shoot me some more questions. When and where will the replay be? Keith will get that in the members area. This will be, it takes about a day to get that up, honestly, because I have to download it. That takes a while. I have to upload it to YouTube, and then Kyle will put it on the members area. And it should log in, look somewhere middle of the day. I'll have, the blog that we have there now. I have a little update on the blog, say, hey, the video's up. And only you guys will be able to see this video. This is not something that anybody else will see.
I'm
Rex,
back. No.
Hey, Rex says, do you recommend any YouTube video submission tools that are automated? It is so easy to, take those YouTube videos and pop them up yourself and get the on-page optimization right. I have a schedule of Fiverr gigs that I actually emailed out to everyone a while back. It does not take all of those Fiverr gigs to get stuff ranked, but I have a schedule of Fiverr gigs that I go down. So I pretty much got the YouTube thing down to a mindless science.
And when it comes to local, there's a different strategy compared to when you're going after the broad niches. You don't need to submit it to 40 sites and have all that happening. You don't need to do that. So you can take a more concise, targeted few sites and get those few ranking, as opposed to, you don't have to blast them out to all four corners of the internet. So it's a different game plan, so don't worry about don't go wide, go deep. That makes
Absolutely.
sense.
Kathy, I'll go find that. I've got it up on our Amazon server somewhere. I'll go find that, and I'll just get called to put it up in the members area for you guys. It's basically a schedule of fiber gigs. I start out with some backlinking. I move into some social media stuff, Twitter
Here,
tweets,
I'm gonna take
et cetera, et
I'm gonna
cetera.
take the presenter from you, Lee. Hold on.
Yeah, you do that.
All right, a while ago we put out a product that we had a bunch of custom-made videos you could plug your ending into, and let me show you what's happened with those. This is a video I haven't touched since that product went out. I've done other videos for my client stuff, but this one I just looked at the other day. Stamford, Connecticut dentist. This gets about 340 direct exact matches. Why'd that go to Google? Hold on here. Or Yahoo. Let's see. Yahoo is not ranking. So let's go to Google. Now, all I did was throw some SE Nuke links at this thing a while ago. So if you look right here, here's the paid results. Second, third down. I'm above the Google Local Plus or Local whatever they're calling it now. This video right here is mine. Let me click on it for you. It's got about 1,100 links now, or 1,100 views. 600 of these views came from launching the product. I'm not going to lie, those are there. But as you can see, I didn't touch this. All I did was go to Fiverr, look up SE Nuke, hit it with one blast from SE Nuke, and this video is ranking right here. And the other day it was higher, so it's kind of jumping around now. But I haven't looked at this thing in over 6 months. It's very easy to get video ranks. Now, if somebody searches for this, they're going to see the paid listings. And I think Google keeps making this less pink and less pink, just so it blends in better, because right now you can barely even tell it's pink. But right here, this stands out more than anything on this page. Look at everything on this page. And if you go here and look at this, let me pause this. If you look right here, it is a PR3 page. And all I did was do a few links to it 6 months ago and let it go.
Yeah, it is that easy.
That's how
guys.
easy it is for videos.
I took that little schedule that I use, and I don't have to use all this stuff. Generally, the first 2 or 3 will work, just like AJ said. But I took that schedule and just popped it in the chat there. So you're welcome to take that. One little thing, I actually use a little piece of online software called Vegex, V-A-G-E-X, and I buy views. You got to be a little careful with that. Don't buy more than 200 or 300. Okay. 200 or 300, you're flying under Google, YouTube's radar.
Is that a view type thing?
Yeah. It's basically views cost me all of like 1/10 of a cent. So,
Okay, but here's the thing about views right now. If you buy views, make sure they're actually staying for more than 5 seconds.
well, actually, one really cool thing about Vegex, and the one reason I use it is you can define how long a view is.
Okay,
So you definitely want the view to be longer than your video because
bounce rate's huge.
YouTube is and Google, they're actually tracking the drop off. Okay, so you want people to actually look at that.
Anything over 30 seconds, you're fine.
Yeah. So with that one caveat, just use that how I rank videos.txt. That should do it for you.
And here for videos, if you want to get video ranks, put a video on YouTube, make sure the title tags and all that stuff are good. Then go to Fiverr and look up SE Nuke XCR, which is their new SE Nuke product. And any of these links right here will work. So
I don't even think I've tried that.
Oh, these are XCR is their new version of SE Nuke.
Nice.
And this thing right here is killer. And you can get upgraded. This one doesn't have upgrades. This one probably does.
Tell you one thing that works like a scalded dog is Twitter tweets.
Yeah, just throw a few of these at. Throw some Twitter retweets at it. And this, if you order this package right here, and then you add, I will create 9,000 wiki links from 3,000 wikis to web blogs created. Blah, blah, blah. This right here will get your video ranked. As long as you're not looking for like Chicago divorce attorney, This will get your video ranked 100% of the time. No questions asked in local markets. And depending on how you set up their page on what shows up on the video, so if in the video you can choose what their screenshot here looks like. If you choose a picture of the business owner, that's just a status symbol for them. Look up Stanford CT Dentist. If their picture's right here, they'll be in love with you.
Yeah, that is a super easy service to do and to sell, and still very, very, very easy to fulfill. Cool. What else are we going to talk about, guys? Burning questions. Joe, you got to use your head, okay? So Stanford, Connecticut Dentist. Okay, now think about this. You've got a video for Stanford, Connecticut Dentist, and you've got a video for Mick Jagger's new automobile with 4 blondes sitting in the back seat, right? Now, which one's going to get more? My wife walked through the room right when I said that. Which one's going to get more views? Okay, obviously the one with the car and Mick Jagger and the blondes, and it's going to get a lot more comments and a lot more stuff. So you got to be appropriate about this thing. I mean, a dentist video in a city is going to get a few hundred views, maybe a comment or two. So you can buy tons of views and tons of comments. This is all automated stuff on Fiverr, but you can buy tons of that stuff. But don't go down that route. You need to err on the side of being really conservative with this stuff. Okay, so just here's the way you do it. You do a gig, you see what happens. You wait like a week, see where the video is. You do a gig, you wait a week, you see where the video is, and you're very conservative about the kind of traffic you're throwing there. Yeah, Ben, we'll get that uploaded for you. I got a little list of stuff that we got to upload there. Okay. What else, guys?
And Ben, like I told you right there, we'll make sure all this direct mail stuff's in the members area tomorrow or the next day. The direct mail piece for Facebook, I need to rework it a little bit with what the new features our stuff has that you guys have abilities to tap into. So I need to adjust it a little bit. And new things for social mobile, they're coming. It's just a matter of getting them designed and in there. So they are coming. We have full-time support staff behind there, a design team behind there. So they will be there.
It may seem, Ben, that, just from the outside, because I didn't know this before we got into this software stuff. I didn't understand the details, honestly. It may seem that, because I've had more than one person ask me this, even a few clients, but you may think a template, that's just a little HTML, a little this, a little that. These are some massively complex things, and integrating them with our software is just a whole nother issue. So this is, it's not hard. It just takes a long time to get this done, but we are definitely working on it. Got some cool stuff coming out with icons instead of text-based buttons and stuff like that, but that will be there. Any more questions, folks? Now is your Q&A open forum Q&A time, because part of what we wanted to deliver to you guys
we need some questions.
Access.
If not, I've got some high-level masterminding to be doing right now. I'll stay on here as long as it takes, as long as we get some good questions. And Lee will punch you in on the webinar, or the Q&A.
Joe says, I have a question regarding mobile web searches. When you do a Google search via mobile device and Google returns a link from a full desktop site, I've noticed that when you click on the link expecting to be taken full site, there's a mobile site out there for that company, you will automatically redirect a mobile site if it has a redirect script and never reads the information we're looking for. Is there such thing as an aware redirect? Basically, Joe, I can kind of sort of answer that. I'm not sure if you're thinking that from the Google search page you need to have the option of seeing the mobile site or not, but yeah, right. So some of my clients are larger businesses that actually have a lot of content on their site that they need people like salespeople, et cetera, to get to through the mobile site. So you do need a way to go from the mobile site to the, quote, main site or full site or whatever you want to call that. And Kyle actually has been working on this, and we actually now have that ability to easily do that. So if you go into Social Mobile Platform and you're looking at the navigation block, when you open that up, you will see a tab that I think it says full site. But anyway, if you will drag that over to your mobile site that you're building, where you want people to be able to just click on that and actually go to the full site, then you can put your own text in there, like, access full site, click to see full site, whatever makes sense for the business. Then actually on the mobile site, you will see that text. It's a text link, so you would touch that, and that will flip you over to the full site itself. So in terms of how to get from the mobile site to the full site, that does it. But in terms of Google search, if you're thinking, gee, and Google, is there a way to do that? No, not right now, and that's a Google thing. Thank you, Ben. Ben says he does. He runs a software company. Well, AJ and I are like,
the pains in the ass that happen.
AJ and I are like, have idea, make it happen. I mean, we are totally used to just flying by the seat of our pants and doing extremely well with that. So, when it came to, I'm not sure if this is going to work like that. That was cool. We're getting used to it, but yeah.
Toy box. Tim says stay away from the toy box, Roger. That's what I was trying to say earlier, not the jewel box. Thank you. I thought it was called the jewel box, Tim.
Shouldn't have told me that.
Should have already told him that. Somehow I think Roger's already been to the toy box.
I wouldn't doubt it. What was the name of the video W so much a few minutes ago? We sold custom-made, or not really custom, but just template videos out. They're not for sale anymore. And we'll look at it, and we might reopen it for everybody. It was 6, 8, 10 months ago, so we'll look into it.
So Keith says if you want to go from the full site, I was actually experimenting with this today. If you want to, with this new thing, because this is hot off the press, like within a day or two. If you want to go from the full site back to the mobile site, all you would do is, let's say on the full site, you would have something at the top that says visit our mobile site or something like that. So you'd have a text link, and if you will enter the full URL of the mobile site, it will do that. So if the mobile site's in a folder, for instance, mybiz.com/mobile mobile. So if you would enter that into the text, click here to see mobile site or whatever, then it would go back to the mobile site, and that actually works. So as I was making some tests, because I got a client that I need to do this for, that's actually working fine to go from the mobile site to the full site and from the full site back to the mobile site. Stanford Video.
They're talking about that WSO we had before
yeah.
with the video, so we'll look into that. No promises, but we'll look and see.
We'll look into that. That's just sitting around. We want to make sure it's our quality of stuff.
And it's still pertinent and everything.
Exactly,
so
and that it fits what you guys are doing, and et cetera, et cetera. What else we got, guys? Other than stay away from the toy box in Panama City.
Looks like we got it covered.
I think we do. Cool.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming up. We will have this replay out probably tomorrow. Lee, the plugin will be out probably 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, something on that order. There's some back-end work to it, but be looking for it within the next 2 or 3 days in the members area.
And when the plugin comes out, I'll have all the direct mail and everything formatted based on the new method, so that will all be in there at the same time.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for showing up. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here for our first Q&A webinar.
All right, guys. Take care.
See you all later.